Out of line. And on the inside lane, Elliott Sadler behind Danica Patrick, and a car spinning. Scott Lagasse Jr. turned out of the pack, and somehow nobody else gets involved.
Get her fired up.
Yeah, you can see right here, you got Elliott Sadler catching that 7 car. Looks like he may have gotten a little bit of shove from the 51 of Jeremy Clements. Regan Smith does an incredible job here not to hit anything.
Yeah, I thought at first when I saw it that when Sadler pulled in behind the 87 of Nemechek that maybe he just lost the nose of his car, went up and tapped the 7, but I believe it was a little bit of a tap from behind.
So
now, Mike Lynette was there. Mike Wallace came down.
From Joe Nemechek's view. Around him is chaos. Oh, there it is. Contact. Austin Dillon turned into the middle of the pack.
Hold her straight. Hold her straight. Keep rolling if you can. Keep rolling here. Keep rolling.
A little bit loose and goes up and clips the left rear of the 3 of Austin Dillon.
see Dillon got it from both sides. Hit the wall pretty hard. And looked like Jeffrey Earnhardt came up the racetrack right there on his left side.
See the damage to the 43 as he turned and sent him head on into the wall with a hard hit.
Crap, did you see that? Wow! That is one high-speed chaotic crash fest right there. Oh man, the 43. Shoot. You didn't get any door dings there, did you? Didn't touch nothing. I don't know how, but wow.
Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact! Smith turned around. Tommy Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big, big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end severely torn off. In this situation, as the field came to the checkered flag, watch the white 32 car. And again, Kyle Larson did climb from that machine. You heard from him a minute ago. This little Hornet's nest is from 6th place on back. No trouble. Johanna Long, Jamie Dick 55, and more.
Yeah, Sam Hornish involved in that also, I believe. I think he'll have some front end damage.
I wonder just how slick that racetrack is coming off for. It's almost like there was something on the track, or actually they could have been just a little bit high coming off that corner. Uh-oh, is that Brad Keselowski that was right behind him? Is there any contact?
That's just kind of what I was talking about right there. You know, I'm sure that Brad expected him to move down there.
And Kay running down the apron through the dog leg and just did not have the angle. We heard Rusty Wallace talking about that in the Countdown show, how you just, when you use that dog leg, it's like a right front tire went down. Wow, that is a pretty hard lick.
Yeah, you're just wide open in the gas at that point.
Got the wall here, boys. Got the wall. Right front tire blew.
See Austin Dillon making a good move to.
I don't believe there was any contact there. Vince, a lot of damage on that 77.
Well, and this is an issue, frankly, we could see coming because Parker Kligerman had been talking about how loose on entry the car was, and the fact.
At this point, Harmon's, he could have given him a little bit more room there, but not much because he's getting right to the kind of the apex of that dog leg.
So, trouble there for Vickers, who place in turn number 2. Mike Wallace is that orange car.
Like that car might have bottomed out in those bumps down there. Sure jumped up a lane to get into Joe.
And that the result.
Looks like he just lost it, got away from him. Whoa, that was close.
That was close. Brad Sweet.
And it's not over yet. And then that 51 car came back and had to gather it up as well right there. Oh, trouble. Larson in the wall. Bain in the wall. And the caution is out.
The car, good. He put it on my door.
Like he had made a pass on the entrance of turn 1. Couldn't carry the speed through the center. Got a little bit loose.
Oh, trouble. Backstretch.
Behind you. Caution behind.
Yellow flag is out. That is Larson. Whose car was already damaged in an earlier incident.
Like this is kind of where it started. Oh, man.
Yeah, he was slow and looked like he got a tap by 51 car. Sent him up the racetrack. See, Hornish gets clipped a little bit, and then I believe clipped the 55.
Cause of the caution, this spin by Brad Sweet. Second yellow flag today here at Bristol. We'll be back. Back that had lap cars in the middle of it. That was the group where this happened.
He might have got a little help from Brian Vickers. Is that who that was in the 20?
Yep. And then this was during practice yesterday. There's a spin in front of him and just can't get stopped.
Wow, another hard lift.
It's Joey Gase in the 52 who was unable to attempt to qualify today because they didn't have a backup car. Everybody okay there. That all suspended what ended up being 2 weeks for an unfortunate comment.
Trouble. He's in the wall now.
Oh, what you got?
See, this starts off of turn 4. Just wasn't quite clear. Hard hit to the inside again. Comes back up onto the track. See, Sam Hornish doing a good job of getting by. Austin Dillon.
See, Dillon got against the wall and got some front end damage out of that.
And 70 of Brad Teague was the car that the 44 went across the nose of, exiting turn 4. And then this.
Easy. Check up, check up, check up, check up, check up. Just check up, check up, check up, get down. Good job. Woo!
Well, I said there were some big things still to happen in the race, Vince. One of them just happened to the race leader. There it goes.
We just blew it. Go low if you need to. Go low if you can. Go low if you can.
Jason
Right
White
there,
running
right
in 22nd.
Sam Hornish has been around every one of these accidents today, it seems like.
Oh, yeah.
Get down. Good job. Wow. Keep it.
Need that extra couple of feet coming off the corner. Jason White didn't quite have it here. Just inside Mike Harmon.
And that grass can do a lot of damage to the front end of that car.
Get a number on the splitter on the 00. That's him, 23. Gets a little out of shape. Hard to spin here at this track and not hit anything, but he does it.
Or get hit.
Did a very good job of hanging on to that. And it's really hard to hold on to those brakes right there and not release them and roll into the wall. He did a good job. Looking for the cushion, and there's not one there. He almost had it saved.
And this is where it gets really tight. Right here in this tri-oval, I thought he was going to get hit by multiple cars.
Boy, oh boy.
Probably hadn't met some of those guys yet. Nice to meet you guys. Don't mind me. You see the tire blowout, it starts to turn, and it looks like he's trying to turn right, and he finally just says, man, I can get into that truck. It's a really good choice, as hard as it was to make.
If that was a conscious decision, then tip of the cap to him. If it was just luck, then...
I think he may not have but one set of tires left. He
may have
used all of them.
Got a car smoking.
Oh, car on the apron.
And running up the racetrack, turn 4, Dexter Stacy. Other
Robert
spinning
Richardson.
to avoid.
Hold your brakes right here. All right, CB.
On the left there.
Wow. Blake Cook taken to the pit lane to avoid that also.
Yeah, he's in a bad spot right here.
Yes. Boy.
Yeah.
That's tough to say if the 51 came up or if Sam just kind of ran down into him a little bit. That's a bad angle. It's hard to tell, but everybody's fighting so hard on those restarts. Man, that's bad.
Sam was in 18th place at the time. Remember, one of the few.
Man, that is a hard hit. That's the place on the racetrack. This place is deceiving. You don't realize how fast.
Top of the screen.
Blew the tire right in the middle.
He hit hard. Hit harder than it looks like on the damage. Got up out of the groove out of turn 2. We talked about how tricky this corner is. Real tricky when you get out of the groove.
Right in front of Keselowski. Wow. Look at that. How'd he miss that?
I don't understand exactly what happened there.
Or a short run car. It's hard to really change that character. Whoa!
Oh, trouble. Kevin Swindell.
We just spun.
Still green so far. Yeah, when you make a move like this, you see Austin Dillon makes the move. You gotta have a little faith in that guy that he's going to give you some room on the bottom, and he didn't get it. That's
the worst case scenario for both of those guys, Austin and Justin. You drive down to turn 3, and you just hope that spotter in front of you tells them inside. Kyle Larson's pushing her, and he hooked her. She got turned to the right and hit the wall.
And that's really kind of an inexperienced thing. Kyle Larson doesn't have a lot of experience with this. Daytona. And man, that was just a small mistake, but it caused a big problem.
And you don't have a pressure gauge or how hard you're pushing the car in front of you. So in Kyle Larson's defense, it is very difficult to tell how much actual force you're putting on that car in front of you. And it looked like she wanted to go one way and his nose of his car went the other way.
Talladega, though, looking ahead from Austin Dillon.
Oh my. Man.
Yeah, you can see that tire, when it let go, it just shredded that left rear quarter panel and all the inner fender panels.
And that's a shock to a driver. I mean, you're driving along, minding your own business, and bam. You did a really good job of driving it there.
You can see Jeffrey Earnhardt getting caught up in it.
Looks like he might have gotten spun by another car out of traffic in the jam up and the slowdown.
It's fortunate that wasn't a bigger wreck. There's a lot of cars there right into the turn.
So they weren't even drafting together.
No, they weren't.
Oh my, it's almost the same thing we saw with Danica Patrick.
Wrong place, wrong time for Pastrana.
Yeah, definitely. He tried to go down to avoid it because the 43 car initially went to the outside. He hits the wall a ton right there. It doesn't maybe look like a lot to the viewers at home, but that's a really hard hit. That happens so fast. This is one of those places when a wreck happens in front, oh man, it's close. You have to stand on the brakes, and Travis did that, but he turned and there was nowhere to go. You make your decision and you're stuck with it.
And I'll even offer this, Carl, as we watch how close Sorensen came to going over there.
Replay and try to figure out exactly what happened there. They're up close to the wall. Now, Cook, he put his partner there in the 31 car. He put him up close to the wall, and it looked like Allgaier thought, man, I don't want to be that close to the wall. And as he turned down just a little bit, he hooked Cook in the right rear, and that's slow-mo, and it happened quick. That's
outside getting a push from Trevor Bayne. It's like Sam tried to thread the needle. Not quite enough room over the front bumper of Eric McClure. And look what happened.
And it's tough to tell from that angle exactly who moved which direction, but man, 40 car made it through there. Yeah, we're going to get a good look here. So
Sam trying to thread the needle and just not enough room.
He kind of got forced down there a little bit by the 70 car, just not enough space. I truly believe it's a product of raindrops. Everyone's saying go for it. We heard James Finch and those guys telling Kurt Busch, lead the thing. We need to be out front, and it's when you get aggressive here, and that's about the farthest point away from the spotters that you can be. I mean,
yeah, they can't help much in that situation regardless, but you can't really see, you can't tell them which lane to be in, where it's really happening. You can see there's trouble from the spotter stand, but it's hard to tell exactly what's going on.
So McClure and the 14 not tandem drive. If the white flag waves on the leader's tail, oh, there's trouble. Coulter turned in the tri-oval.
Right behind you. Right behind you.
Caution is out.
Trying to get by him. Trying to get by him. Trying to get by him. Yeah, I'm all right.
Logano moves to try and pick him up. Smith to the bottom. Vickers turned around. Who gets to the checkered flag? Here they come to the stripe while they crash behind him. Unbelievable. Who won? Casey Kane, I think, is the winner. All kinds of cars crashing behind them to the finish line. And you know the thing I'm amazed about watching that 7 car come through there, he was in the outside lane leaving turn 4 and sliced his way through the traffic when things were happening in front of him to get to that inside lane and have the chance to make that move. And look at that.
And what's neat about that is so often these races, you know, a guy gets pushed out, there's a lucky move, somebody gets a rig and made.
So it really, you know, requires a lot of give and take, especially into that turn one. We talked about just how treacherous that corner is.
Yeah. It looked like Trevor really got in there, and his car got loose and had to chase it up the racetrack. And, you know, when you're making these passes, especially at places,
give and take. And so you got one car in the wall, and Eric McClure looked like he was trying to get down below that car, but it's just not enough grip.
23 of Harrison Rhodes was the car scraping along the wall. Eric
just got loose.
Wow, that's close. Whoa, that's close.
That's a pretty hard lick for.
Oh, piece of bone in there.
Just barely gets by. See the deck lid off.
Al Fowler hit pretty good.
Yeah, he'd hit off the turn 2 early. Like a little help, a little contact there.
Yep.
Doesn't take much at these speeds too, and with a slick racetrack. And things just kind of start stacking up, people running into each other and trying to dodge one another.
You can see right there, he just got loose coming off turn 2. Boy, did he hit that ball.
You can see there is a safer barrier there. I believe, isn't it?
Yeah.
See at the end right here what this gets clipped.
Something turned John West Townley into the wall in the jam up behind Pastrana's crash.
Just a big hit.
See Harvick now able to complete that pass. There's a spin.
Turn 2, Reed Sorensen.
I was interested to see how he was going to negotiate that speedy drive that was still on the track.
Oh, trouble backstretch. One car turned into the wall. Dakota Armstrong. They were coming off that corner 3 wide, and I didn't think.
See right there.
Oh, wow.
Car
Yeah,
turn.
See all the sparks flying way before he gets to the wall.
He hits hard.
Hit the wall, 1, 2, stay low here. Stay low, he's staying up high, keep coming low, no caution yet, no caution.
Her car is really not driving well, so you know, I feel bad for Elliott on that one. And we saw the damage there. That damage might not look bad to our viewers at home, but I can assure you that's a really hard hit, all on the driver's side door.
Running 26th.
Whoa, now.
Yes, he did.
A lot of help. It's Casey Kane.
Yeah. I was going to say it looked like maybe from the first angle that we had that Casey had made that move to the inside, and maybe they just kind of met there, but not sure about that.
They got away with one here.
Yeah, he's in a very small select group of drivers that have spun here and not hit something. Doesn't happen very often, but a nice job. Let's get some tires on it and go again.
Driver, you want to race?
Oh, trouble there.
There it is. Vickers going for the slide.
Caution down.
Amazing that didn't take out Trevor Bain as well.
The others could not run them when they had 4 tires against 4 tires, and they got 2 tires against their 4.
No trouble. Vickers around.
Yeah, this one's got damage now.
Bowman, Pastrana, Pappas.
So what triggers all of this? Like Alex Bowman gets loose in that bump that's down in 1 and 2, gets up into Brian Vickers. Pastrana nowhere to go. He's trying just to turn it down out of the way, but here comes trouble.
Wow.
Still there. Clear. Solo. And good job, good job. Keep digging, keep digging. Okay, you're clear of everything, and it's...
End up the day in your hometown.
Got a little help, looks like, maybe from Drew
That
Herring.
was close. Drew Herring does a nice job of missing him. I'm not sure if there was contact there, if he was just up in that gray area where there's not a lot of grip. Travis Pastrana out of control there.
Spins, 2 spins, Pastrana 1.
Like Kyle Busch in the middle of the smoke. Is it going to come out?
99 Alex Bowman was the other spinner. And Brian Vickers gets turned around in the jam up.
Got things started of Alex Bowman. You see he's underneath, gets loose right underneath Brian Scott.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the risk that you take here. These cars, the aerodynamic looseness that you can have on the inside of a car, not getting all the air that you need to your spoiler.
Right of your screen as it comes into play, right up in here, you'll see the 90.
Wow.
Or yeah, I mean he definitely had a tire down. Thing really took off.
Yep.
There it is.
Wheel hop to get you every time.
Yeah, basically just lost it.
Oh.
Tires. That's what did all the damage.
To turn 6. Out of that corner, he and Johnny O'Connell. Wasn't involved in the beginning, but got involved in the avoidance.
Hits his teammate in the
Oh,
back.
that's too bad too. You can see how far up in the lineup he was. That's what he says, isn't he?
He does.
Oh, around Max Pappas. In traffic, look out. Wow. Oh, Kligerman into the back of Kelly, into the back of Smith, into the back of Johnson.
Coming.
First turns. They did good through him.
Good contact there.
There we
Michael
go.
Annette going around. And more behind him. Max Pappas is spun. Out what went wrong.
He's already around by the time I catch this. Amazing, he didn't hit anything.
Watch it up ahead here. He's low. Watch him come up the track.
But they continue to get the job done. They've got themselves. We got a spin here on the front. Just off of turn 4.
Carl Long
Run out, Greg.
winds up at the entrance to the pit road.
Everybody trying to make a hole.
You can see he's trying to follow his teammate Trevor Bain to the inside there, who had made a move to the inside. He was trying to get there and just wasn't quite clear of Cole Witt in the 44.
A pretty hard lick for both Jason White and Travis Pastrana.
Yeah, and for Jason White, what you get is you're getting hit plus slammed into the wall and not expecting any of it right at that time. See right here, Trevor Bain in this 6 will go down to the bottom as he's trying to get away from Brian Vickers. Pastrana thinks that he's got enough to clear there, but he just wasn't clear of the 44.
Brian Scott did a good job right there to not get involved.
Loose is how it happens.
He was running 30th,
Yep.
1 lap down. Did he get a little help?
Yeah, it looks like
Like he did.
55 got loose and got in his left rear.
Will we make
Not going to work.
No. Here goes the 22 into the 33. Menard into the wall.
And the yellow comes back out again.
Yellow's out.
Before they get the white. So there's another green. Regan Smith in the Sadler.
And Sadler trying to save it. Can he do it? No, he goes around. The $100,000 just spun out.
Yeah, you can see right here, he was trying to catch this group right. He had actually made a little ground on those 3 cars in front of him. Just tried to get a little too much off 4.
Oh, Michael
real
Arnett
lucky.
just slides by.
He's really pretty.
The old orange cone Dodge one there, huh?
Yeah. I think he thought about coming down pit road.
He was. That was his intention for sure. Just sometimes you're a little behind in your thinking.
He started at the back in this backup car. You see he's picked his way up to 22nd position. Watch this in qualifying. Going to get it twice. Once. Not done. And in this nationwide series where the cars are basically
And hopefully no one was injured.
That looks
Or
like he did
not.
it by himself.
That looked like
Wow.
an e-brake maneuver to get into your parking spot there.
Oh, contact. Brian Vickers up out of the groove. Grass blowing around. Casey Kane with damage.
Brought in the second team, and here's the reason we're under caution. Drew Herring, our pole sitter, spun it, did not hit anything, but it brought out our first caution. This was the longest green flag stretch to start a race this season. The tire went down on him. Oh, left rear.
Yeah. Left rear
tire went down. Damn. Not Travis's fault on this one. And he does get 2 corners.
You know what? You're along for the ride when
Yeah.
you lose a left rear tire on corner entry.
Whoa, and trouble for Kyle Busch. Look out, and he gets tagged.
As they get in there. I don't know if he wheel hopped it or just tried to turn the car a little quick.
I don't think it's that. You can see both. Sam Hornish was even sideways there a little bit too. So I'm not sure if Kyle got into the back of him a little bit and that turned him.
Here is what happened in the battle for 18th, the 6th of Trevor Bayne and Andrew Ranger.
Looked like Trevor Bayne might have got tired of trying to make the pass and decided to use his bumper. That was easier.
That's one way to do it.
Turn 7.
Especially with all the smoke. Here's what happened.
Yeah, just got in there. Looked like a little hot. Back in, came around. You see the points leader coming in. Austin Dillon missing that.
I bet you he was wide-eyed, Andy.
Yeah.
And it looks like Kelly is going to take the spot away from Kyle Larson, and then he gets turned. Right here on lap number 1, the 32 gets turned into the S's. Is why in the S's, number 79 of Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Yeah, it was a product of going back to the accelerator too quickly, too aggressively.
Yeah, there's the nudge on the 3. And then there goes the 7 going around, courtesy of the 11. It looks like they may have had the contact there. They're still. Oh, this is where it's going to get real dicey.
Okay.
This is going around. Yeah.
Okay, it can't be done.
No, not Junior. Owen Kelly is 4th, and there is the 30 trying to make a pass on Parker Kligerman. That's Nelson Piquet Jr., and then he's around.
There's a fine line between.
And he just made a mistake.
It just ran out of racetrack, and as a product of getting up on the apron and losing the front of the car and just carrying too much speed.
Oh, the 30 again.
Nelson has had an eventful day. He got right sides up on the apron, and when you do, again, you're along for the ride. Carries into Trevor.
And there goes the 87 around, right at the carousel.
And you can see here that Regan has already spun. And then Michael Annett appears to get into the back of Austin Dillon, and Ron Fellows gets into the back of or the side of the 3. But it's not over.
Yeah, it's not over because this is what happened a lap or 2 later. He put him around. The traffic that he's coming up on as he's approaching the white flag lap. And there goes a car off into the sand trap. That is Kenny Habul.
For a half dozen laps.
And the 54 spins. Oh, no. The owner's championship for Owen.
Just drives down in the corner and hangs the right rear.
Right in front of Elliott Sadler.
Whoa.
Oh, that was close.
Goodness.
Sadler makes a nice move to keep from being collected in that one. Let's go.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from that one. It's in progress. That's a hard lick, though. Sorry.
And he is backsliding fast. And look out, the 51 of Jeremy Clements slides towards the wall. And now we got a log jam up front.
Brian Vickers is around. Right here on the front straightaway.
Oh, there you go.
Well, oh boy, I tell you, that was could have been worse, but it was still a hard lick for Kligerman.
Sure was.
On both sides.
And Vickers was up in the...
Yeah, back end just jumps out from under him.
Yeah, he's right down there on the bottom of the track. Hits the
pretty significantly hit.
Yeah, look. You couldn't tell there was a ton of damage watching his car go around there, but I'm sure it's just pushed everything back. And
I think just breaks loose.
yeah, he's on one of those seams there. You can see the left side tires, and that could have just been the left rear losing the traction, because you can see both the left side tires were in one of those seams.
Look at it inside the car. I bet Casey had his hands full right here.
Lock it down. Lock it down. Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
That's how you spin a car out at 150 miles an hour, not hitting.
Not hit anything. Yeah, that's.
I find it interesting.
Going into the corner, right front tire goes down. Fortunately, Joey felt it, called it, didn't do too.
In the tri-oval. Looks like he's not quite clear. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, your car tends through there, wants to go out towards the wall anyway, but like Jeff thought that he had enough of a run to clear there.
Trying to clear Ken Butler in the 24 car, and that is the result.
He, number 23, tried to put it into a little bit of a hole that wasn't there. Robert Richardson goes around.
Talked about this very situation of being down on the inside of a car, how you lose aerodynamically, you lose a lot of air on your spoiler.
He was already loose, though. We'd seen the lap or two before that. He was really struggling with rear grip.
Lowski and the 22 underneath. A lot of ride back crash into the wall, and it's Kenseth up into the wall, and another caution.
Yellow zone. Yellow zone.
Yeah, they were
3.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's 4.
Man, look at that. No way that was going to work.
I don't even know how just one car came out of that with that.
You can see this Travis Pastrana. Looks like he got tagged by a 4-car, Landon Castle. We may be getting some help from Johanna Long.
Yeah, just typical short track restarts. We see happen a lot here.
Oh, man.
Yep. That's a bad break right there. I'll tell you what, Brett Butler. That's what do you think, Dale? That's a mistake on Butler's part.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and you know, just fact of not running at these speeds very often can contribute to something exactly like that. And unfortunately, it's Elliott Sadler getting that.
Butler's making his 3rd nationwide start.
But he didn't have to make that. He didn't have to make that big a turn as he did. And there's Kyle Larson. Andy, I think you hit the nail on the head, maybe with the track.
Cut the left rear there. Left rear just cut.
Is out, and the left rear.
Wow.
It is shredded.
And I think what happened was that the track bar mount must have been giving up on the car. And just kept letting the rear end go over more and more. Back over here now, getting into the corner. Tire had already let go.
Dillon pulls ahead of Hornish. Uh-oh, they make contact. Yes, Regan Smith. First it was Elliott Sadler. Now Regan Smith. And the caution is out again. He was running 10.
Did Allgaier get in the wall?
Allgaier got in the wall, and Regan had been chasing his car up there because it was on the free side.
He was running 10th.
He got a little help.
Nudge.
Yeah, he got a little help.
Comes out quickly.
3 wide in front of him. And
this is going to get ugly.
He's loose here.
Yeah.
He's turning right.
Boy, this could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse. It wouldn't be unusual for that car to snap back and take the car to his outside.
Still the 44 of Cole Witt get around him. He's running 19th at the time.
Ooh, he got hooked in the right
turned.
rear. Yeah, he got hooked. Potentially.
Yeah, we could see
potentially 13 seconds on a
Whoa! Brad Sweet on fire.
Yeah, right front's down, Marty.
Now, have these cars committed? The 31 and the 11. The caution has just come out. Look at the right front. It is just torn up. And the flames are still shooting out the right side of the car. And Brad is going to bail out.
Yeah, he needs to get out of that.
11 of Elliott Sadler went all the way through pit road. The 31 did complete the stop.
Might have been the difference in Elliott staying on the lead lap and not. For the 3 and the 12, yeah, they want to win the race, but they're battling for a championship, and we get a caution.
Jeffrey Earnhardt has turned it around. Caution is out, number 7. And this happened.
You see the sparks. That was, again, the bottoming out. Great job by Alex Bowman. Whoa. Oh, my gosh, it's instinct. Trust me, you can't think about this. You
opened up about 4 car lengths.
Sam saved himself.
Oh, look out.
That's
This
going to
is
be
not going to work. Kligerman into the wall. And we now have another caution on the track.
It's just one of those places that, you know, when your car gets out from under you, you have no control of it. It's not like you can just save it.
But he did something that not many do. Takes you down the track, you start spinning. We even saw it with Brian Scott going down the track. You can see right here how that banking just takes you down. You can lock up the brakes, do whatever you want.
The outside wall hard, right there.
Yeah, and Ray talked about the inexperience of some of these drivers, and here's one of those drivers that doesn't have a lot here and got up out of the groove. And now he's back, and he's got a bigger deficit than what he started the day so far. We got
trouble off turn 4.
Vickers.
Lock it down. Lock it down.
That could have gotten big. Some other people did a nice job.
See there, just again, up in that second groove where there's just not a ton of grip.
No caution. Caution's out.
You get those right sides just outside of that has a little bit of rubber laid down to it.
Wow, look at that.
Right, Andy.
Gosh,
boy, they both did a great job.
Looked like they'd committed to go below the 39 as he was spinning, and then at the last minute they realized he's coming quicker down the racetrack, and watch how they changed direction.
Yeah, and Johanna was in the worst spot because she really couldn't see that. All she could do is react to the 21 in front of her. Yeah, trying to make that run off the corner work, but you just get loose and nowhere to go with that car to your outside. Well, you can turn it right and go into him and wreck him, but Travis did the thing to stay off of
2. Just kind of loops around.
Trouble.
PK in the 30 and TJ Bell in the 40.
TJ.
Yeah, it looked like PK in the 30 got loose, got up into the 40.
Right here's really hard lick on the left side.
Yeah, it is a hard lick.
I think I saw the.
You can see that wiggle as he entered the corner. They got him up in the out of the racing groove, and just not quite enough room to slide by.
Wow, where that back end caught that 24 car. You're the driver in there. That can't be fun.
Yeah, he was running 14th. Let's see, a lot of guys being pinned down on the bottom just don't have the control in the air on the car.
You can see Vickers into the wall there too, so he'll have some damage. Yeah, just don't. These cars.
A couple of seconds now, so he can, and especially. Oh, look out! More than that.
Yellowed out. Yellowed out.
I think Brad's gonna be happy about that one.
Just past start finish here.
This is the 95 car of Reed Sorensen, and it looked like he was just. Well, he caught the grass in that trioval. Yeah. That's what it was.
Happens a lot of times.
Oh man, that was a hard lick too, from the outside, and that's where Vickers was just trying to avoid.
Wow.
And it's just not Elliott Sadler's day.
No, and the 11 and the 20 both have had so many things happen this year.
It really changes the dynamics of these cars, and he probably started trying to push it a little bit.
Yep.
And there's nothing to lean on.
Yeah, he was just kind of taking it easy, feeling it out. But as you do that, you build up a little bit more confidence in it, and
could have been even worse. Oh, wow.
This is where it almost got bad.
Oh, boy, that was close.
That last caution.
Boy, something happened there.
Yeah, it has the making of a tire going down right there.
And look at this.
Oh boy, you can see some fast cars bearing down right there.
And
actually see on the bottom there, Sam's coming in, and Kyle, it's hard to tell if that...
Yeah, it looks like he just lost
it
there.
Yeah.
Then maybe blew the tire out as he was sliding. Still, he was on tires that really were worn out, and he was probably chasing that car. I believe that's where the tire exploded.
Caution's going to come out was the best time for him. You can see maybe a little contact there between Trevor Bayne and Joe Nemechek.
Can be one of those things where somebody coming through on fresher tires that much faster picks a lane, and that lane closes up.
Bit of run, a few laps down.
They had a big run there, and then you can see 14 car get a little bit loose right in front of him, and as he started to push up, he just made a little bit of a turn on the wheel, turned him sideways. I think that's one of the adjustments that Travis have a difficult time with in these high-speed racetracks. It's just how much can you move the wheel and stay under control.
Found the track maybe to be a little slicker. Got up out of the groove. That's the problem here. We get up out of that groove. It's a real price to pay. There's no grip at all up there once you do.
Yeah, I talked to Mac.
Sweet up. He's completely out of the groove sideways. Getting in the corner possibly. I don't know. It sounded like he had something going on.
Yeah. Woo, look at that. Brake problem. That's a narrow miss there. They're not going to make it through turn 3.
Trouble. Yep. Kevin Swindell into the wall. Caution's out. Kyle Larson barely got through. Oh, Brian Scott into Keselowski. Into the wall.
Hey, he's fighting a damaged car already. I'm sure that it's not driving well. We just talked about how little grip there is on restarts, and you have a car like that, doesn't make it much better. Tire down.
The right side pretty hard here. Yeah, you got right front down. Right front down.
Yeah, it looked like that tire going down was created by him getting out of the groove just a little bit.
Kevin Swindell chasing it up. Looks like we talked about how it narrows up off the corner. Everybody's fighting for that one piece of real estate. Gets into the left rear.
Yeah, you could see at some point in time he'd already been into the wall. The right rear quarter.
I think we're going to see quite a few of those cars like that today.
Yeah, and this is just something that you have to learn as a young driver. You get on the inside there, you lose the nose because of aero-wise. You're not getting that. You try to stay in the gas trying to make that pass. Easy to get up into that car, and then your natural reaction is to try to
get all he can. Gets up into it.
Yeah, you can see there as he tried to power up, it just kind of lost the nose and get you up in, and then as you try to get off the wall.
Yeah, it looks like it's hard to get the car off the wall. It's like it almost sucks it into it. And if you try to pull off the wall, it's just, you lose control.
Yeah.
Oh, trouble. Kevin Swindell. A hard hit.
Sorry.
You can see Drew Herring wasn't all the way out against the wall there, and that kind of crowded everybody else. Not that he has to be out all the way against the wall, but it was leaving them not a lot of room to race off the corner then.
You see catching that one piece of that safer barrier.
So there's Parker Kligerman getting into the wall, and then as he was limping around slowly trying to come back to the pits, looks like that right rear might be flat on that car.
Yeah, I believe it was, Alan.
Remember that Kligerman did not pit at lap 122, and those tires had been on there for some time.
Yeah, this is really kind of the scenario that a lot of these drivers didn't want. They'd like to get tires now, but they can't.
Oh, trouble! Brad Sweet in the wall. Dillon gets by.
Yeah, it looked like he was just pushing things, and Andy, you're probably right. He was up against that wall a long time there. This is as he got over on turn 2. See if that right rear's down.
Hard to tell from that angle, but I almost have to assume it was. Cars without tires. He's got tires. I'm sure he, had this big run, thought he had them cleared. Just not quite. It's been a really hard lick for Regan Smith. Too bad for Jeremy Clements, too, and Mike Wallace. Having a lead lap run and getting taken out at this close to the end. Pretty tough.
And this is a spot as a driver. You've got those fresh tires. You've got a big run. You're going more off of feel in that situation than what you are a spotter clearing you or anything like that. You think that you have the momentum that gets you by there, and Regan's just letting his car go out to the wall.